Hey y'all, so Brandy versus Monica versus. Let me stop being shady. No, that whole thing, it was so freaking interesting. I was watching with my family and me and my husband, we was looking at each other like, what is going on? Because honestly, like, clearly, I'm not in a loop with most like gossip and stuff like that when it comes to entertainment. So we didn't know what was going on or that there was ever an incident with Brandy and Monica. So that was number one. That was a bit like, oh, this is getting kind of awkward. I don't know what's going on here. It was awkward. I'm gonna just say that for sure. So growing up, I never really was like, oh my gosh, I need to get that album. I gotta learn all the words. This is my jam. Blah blah blah. Da, 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 da. Like I never really had favorite female artists. So I knew Brandy, I knew Monica, but I didn't have a favorite. But listening to the verses in the beginning, I was like, okay, okay, okay. Monica had it, Monica had it. Because Brandy in the beginning, I didn't know, there was some songs I didn't know, I'm not gonna lie. But as it started progressing, I was like, sitting up in my room. Okay, Brandy, I see you, I see you. I also want to say, let's not forget these versus battles are about hits. So it's like, boom, I got you on this. Nah, 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 I got you on that. Whole time, Monica was one up in Brandy. Like, she one up her. And I didn't finish, I think like the last hour, I got to finish it. And I ain't got the time, y'all. So I'm going to say Monica did that because you need to captivate me, honey. And I feel like I knew more words to the Monica songs than the Brandy songs. They both were all hits though, don't get me wrong. I just want people to know that these versus battles are about hits, not about who you like better, who can sing better, who's your favorite artist. It doesn't matter. Like, if you putting two people against each other, it's about whose hits is outdoing the other person's hits. And that's what Monica did from what I saw. So I'm going to say Monica got it.
Hello, everybody. It's Thee Blvd, 1/3 of Shade Boulevard, and I'm gonna tell y'all what I thought about the Brandy versus Monica versus. First of all, Monica won. Like, let's just stop right. Like, what are we even talking about? Like, I know everybody's shading all the Monica fans. Oh, if you was feeling Monica's energy, let me know so I can watch out for you. Stop it. Brandy is not innocent. Like, I'm so tired of seeing those posts like, oh no, Brandy's just shy. Brandy is a grown woman. Lest we forget that Brandy was out here having like a whole fake marriage when she was pregnant, when she was a kid. Like, she's a grown woman. She's not a kid, okay? So all of that, it was shade, and I felt it, and it was very cringy. But Monica won. Like my co-host said, it's hit for hit. And while I was jamming to Brandy, Monica just had it. Monica just had it to me. So, and like they said, it's hit for hit, and it's not about who you like better. But I mean, and I'm probably like not the best person to talk about this, but I've been a Monica fan since like she was singing with Usher like back in '98. So I mean, it's always gonna be Monica for me. Like, I feel that Monica was very, trying to be welcoming to Brandy, and I feel like she's very insecure. Like, she couldn't take a compliment. Like, Monica was like, "Oh no, girl, your falsetto was like," and Brandy's like, "No, don't talk about that. Don't talk about that." And it's like, girl, just take the compliment and go. Like, could we get to the boy's mind? So toward the end, when Monica ended up not singing the boy's mind, I feel like she was just over it at that point, because like, she tried to engage Brandy and she tried a couple of times and it just wasn't happening. So like I said, for me, it was Monica. The energy was very cringy, but they broke records. Kamala Harris came on, and I think that it was just like all of the 90s babies and 89 babies and whatever, we needed to see it, and I'm glad they did it. Hopefully they talk again, and they're just like, hopefully they don't not ever speak again. But that's my take on it.
Monica and Brandy first. First of all, everybody keeps saying Brandy won. I do not think that Brandy won. I think that... Why is this white lady looking at me? Anyway, y'all, I got distracted. I do not think that Brandy won at all. Personally, I feel like if you think Brandy won, you have to be a big Brandy fan. I think Brandy has a great vocal ability, but Verzuz is not about vocal or lyricist ability. It's about hit for hit. You know what I mean? And typically it's who came up in the same era, hit for hit. I personally was bopping more to Monica than Brandy's music. I feel like she was playing really great songs, but some of them I was like, I don't really remember vibing or bopping to them like that, you know what I mean, back in the day. But Monica, all them things, I was like, boop, boop, yes, girl. Also, Brandy was like annoying. I'm not gonna lie, like I can kind of see why Monica declined at first and why they was beefing so long. She's a real life Moesha. With her little snarky comments, her little prissy comments, and trying to censor Monica. It's like, Brandy girl, y'all are grown. Squash the beef. She was just doing a little too much. People was like, oh, Monica had an attitude. I'm like, did you not hear Brandy's comments? She was, and it was live. You know, so she was really trying to make sure she didn't get up off her seat and pop her a good one again like she did back in the day, you know, when they was doing The Boy Is Mine. It was a little cringy, but I personally enjoyed the entertainment. I enjoyed the music and the throwbacks. And overall, I love Monica's outfit. I haven't been a fan of Brandy's style. That's just my personal opinion, my personal choice. What else can I say about the Verzuz? I think that they both did a good job. I just personally like Monica more. And Brandy was kind of getting on my nerves low-key with her little comments and disclaimers and sidebars. And yeah, that's pretty much my feelings on Verzuz. Monica won, hands down, but the people talking trying to say it's Brandy. Whatever. Either way, I'm glad these two beautiful black women brought us some good music, and I was here for it. Peace.